Good morning. I initially wanted to ask you a question about whether you're going to co-sponsor a bill proposed by Leonard in order to investigate an independent investigation against the Russia ties, but then something terrible happened yesterday. And I wanted to ask you a question about that.
Certainly.
So I was born and raised in Germany. I'm an immigrant. I came here in 1985. I'm not a rapist. I'm not a murderer. I'm a professor at Rutgers University. Going through the German education system, we were taught a lot about the rise of authoritarian and fascism during the 1930s. But what I could never understand is how could educated people, how could our grandparents allow the rise of such an authoritarian regime until this election? That's frightening. And yesterday's example of shutdown of the press is just one more example how systematically Trump and his people are trying to suppress our freedom. And I'm shocked that you will not support an independent investigation into the Russian dealings with the Republicans or to expose Donald Trump's tax returns. So can you confirm, please, here in front of everybody, that you will not support an independent investigation, where Attorney General Sessions will have to recuse himself?
First of all, I think you are an example of what is best in America, as someone who comes from abroad. No, I will not confirm that. It may be that at some point in the future, if I don't think that the intelligence committees have done a good job,
the White House is pressuring the intelligence committees.
I hope and expect that the intelligence committees will do their work. The intelligence committees, of course, have Democratic members as well as Republican members. If some of the members feel other members on the intelligence committees are not doing a good job, I'm sure they will make that known publicly. Number one. Number two, if that were to be the case, then I might very well support an independent investigation. At this point, I think the intelligence committees should be given the opportunity. But if members of that committee believe that the investigation is not occurring fully and fairly, I'm sure they will make that known. I am pleased that Senator Burr and Senator Warner have sent a letter to the White House to present justice. You also raised the larger question. You referenced the situation of ancestors of yours in Germany. I have great faith in the separation of powers in this country and the fact that we have for me, one of the principal aspects of our constitutional republic is the fact that if and when the Supreme Court of the United States rules definitively on any issue, then that is the law of the land, and it is the responsibility of the two elected branches of government, the legislative branch in which I serve, the Congress, and the executive branch, the presidency, to comply with any final decision of the Supreme Court of the United States. I am a lawyer by training, and I believe deeply in the rule of law. And let me end where I began. I welcome you to this country, and you are what makes America the hope and